Keenan Shanholtz here, West Virginia Land and Home Realty on track 12 of Dillons Ridge. This is 4.81 acres in Capon, West Virginia that has direct frontage here. This is called Dillons Run Road. We're just about 25 minutes west of Winchester, Virginia. So as far as this area goes, this is a super convenient location if you work in Winchester or travel back and forth there just for a hospital, supplies, groceries, stores, all that good stuff. As you can see, this lot is mostly all open. You know, it was growed up and we just got in here and got it brush hogged and cleaned up some. And I'll kind of take you on a tour here as we go. But one thing I want to point out when we're up here, you'll see there's an electric meter right there. That's on the neighbor. That belongs to the neighbor over there at the fence. The property corner's right there. And then up at the that next pole up there, the first electric pole you see is the corner that way along the road. It probably has, you know, roughly 100 yards of road frontage here on Dillons Run Road. But this first part here, you know, up closer to Dillons Run Road, I mean, this is flat in here. This property's been, this is what's called a pre-platted subdivision. This development here was done in the 90s. And back then they would do perk tests and, like, you know, pre-plat the septic reserve area and everything, which is right down in there. So this is basically what's designated as the building site and everything on the plat. And there's plenty of room. There's all flat in here, you know, nice. Of course, it's close to the electrics there along the road. Very minimal restrictions in this subdivision. You can have a modular or a double wide here as long as it's on a permanent foundation. You don't pay any HOA fees in here because the property fronts on the county road, so there's no dues or anything like that. I'll just kind of take you here as we go. And as you can see, when you get back here a little bit further, you got a really good view here, kind of like to the southwest. You know, nice mountain views from the lot. And I'll just kind of walk you back through here. Just maybe make one big video out of this instead of breaking it up. But as you can see, you come back here and the lot kind of rolls down into this little swale down in here. Now, this would be a nice place, like if you wanted to have a little pond or something built down in here, you know, good spot for that. It's a little wet down here in this drainage. You'll see that when I kind of walk down across here. But the lot's about, you know, say it's about 300 feet wide. It's about 100 yards wide by about, say, 800 feet long, you know, so it's about 100 yards by 300 yards. It's pretty much just a rectangle. Now you can really kind of start to see the view you get from here. It's pretty good. Really nice, actually. And the wooden fence there, you see the neighbor around like two sides of you has a horse farm. So that fence is the line. And then the line this way, let me zoom in there. You can see the post right there. There's some posts set across this line through here. And you could also see the way that the grass has been mowed. Like I said, we just came in here and got this lot. Nobody had touched this lot for probably 20 years. I mean, it, you know, hadn't seen a brush hog or a mower in a long time. Now you can start seeing. Now you could come back here and, you know, if you wanted to get off the road a little bit and build back here on this next hump that I'm about to walk up on, you know, the view is better, you know, if that's your concern, the view is better looking, you know, down the valley from back here. You can see about how far we're back. You can just kind of make my truck out through there, up on the road. But let me keep you coming back here. Now, there's plenty of room to build back here as well, but I think you got a little bit more room on that flat that's up there along the road than you do back here. I mean, it's a really great view from back here. But Also, you can see there, at one time when this was a bigger farm, you know, there must be a spring because it's wet right in there where it drains out of the pond right here. And that was an old watering trough for livestock there. Sun's behind the cloud on me now. But I want to show you the pond here. So when you look at the plat and you look at the aerial photo, you'll see that this back right property corner is in a pond, you know, and that's what it does. So there's a half-acre pond back here that I guess maybe like 3 or 4 properties corner here in this pond. So you own part of the pond, and I'm going to assume that there's fish in this pond. It's pretty nice. Now, I just walked across on the neighbor here just a little bit so I could show you. This is the neighbors right here, but this is about the only way to get a shot of the pond right here. Check that out. And so that would be your section of the pond over there, and the trees have grown up, you know, in the pond bank, so you'd have to fix your own, you know, kind of spot to access the pond on your side of the property line there. But it's a little bit bigger than a half acre. The pond's about 6/10 of an acre. I measured it on the computer, but there was geese on here yesterday and everything when I was taking pictures, and a big heron just flew off of here. But that's just a, you know, a really nice added bonus there that you have the pond. And then the property line, I mean, you could tell where, you know, the grass is a little bit longer here. We just brush off, but pretty well straight line all the way out to Dillons Run Road this way. And there are markers every so often, like T-posts and stuff, set in this line. But I tell you, it's hard to find anything. I mean, the further east you go in Hampshire County, you know, the harder it is to find stuff and the more expensive it is, because you're getting closer to Northern Virginia, you know, and so on. And like there's a property marker right there. If you see that white post right there beside that tree, that's a property line. But, you know, it's really hard to find something where you have open ground. Like if you want to have a little homestead and have livestock and have a garden, you know, have enough room if your kid has a 4-H animal or something like that, it's increasingly difficult to find stuff like that. And that's what this is. Very minimal restrictions in here. There's no restrictions here on what kind of livestock you can have. You just can't have it for commercial purposes, which means you can't build like a commercial poultry house in here, which you're not going to do. But there's no limits on chickens, goats, anything like that. You just can't do it commercially or whatever. But just check out that view. It's a really nice piece of property. I mean, like I said, you got paved road frontage, power out along the road, it's been perked, got a good building site in the front, good building site back here in the back. You got a pond back there, a shared pond. Place to put your own little pond in here if you want to in the middle of the property. But I mean, you could build your house up here on that front hump and keep all this in the back, like if you wanted to have some goats or, you know, a horse or whatever, you know. But it's hard, really super hard to find stuff like this. $65,000 for 5 acres in this location with paved road frontage and everything. That's a really good buy. This one's gonna go really quick, so come check it out as soon as you can.